Hello and welcome to Sports Chinese, a new educational program brought to you by CCTV International. I'm your host, Mark Rosewell, known in China as Da Shan. In this series, we're learning vocabulary and language to do with sports, but we're also learning language that can be used in a wide variety of situations. Each lesson is centered around a situational dialogue with a whole cast of new characters. Let's meet some of those characters now.
Hi， 我叫 Kirk， 中文名字叫彭家汉。在这个节目里面，我演的是 Mike。Mike 是一位从美国派到中国来的记者，我很高兴和大家见面。
大家好，我叫朱小萌，在情景剧中饰演体育记者小芳。
大家好，我叫祝伯安，英文名字叫 Drew Burns， 在教学片中扮演外国留学生小安，希望大家会喜欢我。
你好，我叫胡宁芳，在体育汉语教学节目中扮演大学教师周老师。
Throughout this series, we'll be learning sports Chinese with this cast of characters. Now, in today's episode, we're talking about greetings and introductions. How to use 我叫, my name is, or 我是, I am. Or how to ask someone else's name using 贵姓, what's your name, what's your surname. We're also going to be using a very simple and basic pattern, 是 something 的. Okay, let's go now and take a look at today's dialogue.
请进。
您好。
您好，请问您是？
我叫 Mike， 是美国记者站派来的记者，请问您贵姓？
免贵姓方，我叫方小华，您叫我小芳就可以了。
小芳，很高兴认识你。
很高兴认识您。对了，我把我的名片给您。这是我的名片。有事您可以给我打电话。
好的，谢谢。
您是第一次来我们记者站吧？我带您出去看看吧。
好的，非常感谢。
来，咱们这边请。
Now we're going to take a minute to go over the dialogue in a bit more detail. When asking someone else's name, the polite form of the question is to ask 贵姓, literally, what is your honorable surname? The polite response is to say 免贵. Don't say honorable. My surname is, in this case, Fang. You can call me Xiao Fang. Now notice that Xiao Fang has used the polite form of the pronoun you, 您, instead of 你.
请问您贵姓？
免贵姓方，我叫方小华，您叫我小芳就可以了。
I'm happy to meet you. 很高兴认识您. Here is my name card, 名片. 有事 when you have some need or something to discuss. 可以给我打电话. You can call me on the telephone. Now here Xiaofang says, 可以给我打这个电话. You can call me at this number on the telephone. 可以给我打这个电话.
这是我的名片，有事您可以给我打电话。
好的，谢谢。
记者站 is the media station, a place where reporters can meet or work on preparing their stories. Xiaofang offers to take Mike on a tour. 我带您出去看看吧. Let me take you out for a look around.
就这样。走吧。
走。
小刘。
小芳，你是要出去采访吗？
是啊。
这位是？
这是我们办公室新来的同事，我来给你们介绍一下。Mike， 这位是小刘，他是国际新闻部的记者。小刘，这位是 Mike， 他是昨天刚从美国来的，是美国记者站的记者。
小刘，您好，很高兴认识您。
Mike， 我也很高兴认识您，欢迎您到中国来。
好，谢谢。
好吧，我们先走吧。
好。
再见。
再见。
好，再见啊。
再见。
Here we see the repeated use of the verb 是 to be and the pattern 是 something 的. 你这是要出去采访吗? Are you going out to do an interview? 这是我们办公室新来的同事. This is a new colleague in our office. 他是我们新闻部的记者. She is a reporter in our news department. The 是 something 的 pattern can be used in many ways, including ones where we wouldn't use the verb to be in English. For example, 她是昨天刚从美国来的。She just came in from the United States yesterday. 她是昨天刚从美国来的。Literally, he is one who just came in from the States yesterday. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about this 是的 pattern a bit later.
哎，小刘。
哎，小芳，你是要出去采访吗？
是啊。
这位是？
这是我们办公室新来的同事，我来给你们介绍一下。Mike， 这位是小刘，他是国际新闻部的记者。小刘，这位是 Mike， 他是昨天刚从美国来的，是美国记者站的记者。
小芳，
哎，
你在这儿等我一下，我去一下校长办公室，一会儿就回来。
好的。请进。
周老师您好，我叫小安，是从美国来的。
哦，对不起，对不起，我不是周老师。
对不起啊，那周老师在吗？
他去校长办公室了，一会儿就回来。
哦，好。
这样吧，你先坐这儿等会儿他，好吗？
好的，谢谢。
请坐。哎，他回来了。表姐，这位留学生找您，这就是周老师。
周老师您好，我叫小安，我是今年中文系的留学生。
哦，你好，小安。
您好，
欢迎你到中国来学习汉语。
谢谢。
小安，我来介绍一下，这是我的表妹小芳。
你好。
你好，我在体育报社工作。
那太好了，我可是个不折不扣的体育粉丝。
哟，从哪学来那么多新词儿啊？
Here we have some repetition of this lesson's key sentences. 我叫小安 My name is 小安。是从美国来的 I'm from America. Now the negative of 是 is created simply by adding 不 before the verb 是。我不是周老师 I'm not teacher Zhou. Or we can add 就 for emphasis. 这就是周老师 This is teacher Zhou.
周老师您好，我叫小安，是从美国来的。
哦，对不起，对不起，我不是周老师。
对不起啊，那周老师在吗？
他去校长办公室了，一会儿就回来。
小安 is a foreign student from the U.S. 是今年中文系的留学生。He's an overseas student, 留学生 in the Chinese department, 中文系 this year. Of course, 小安 is just his Chinese name. We don't hear what his English name is.
周老师您好，我叫小安，我是今年中文系的留学生。
小芳 works at the Sports News Agency, 体育报社. And 小安 is a wholehearted sports fan, 不折不扣的体育粉丝. 粉丝 literally comes from the English word fan, although their original word 粉丝 means fine rice noodles. It's a popular but very modern and colloquial term. 粉丝 a fan, 体育粉丝 a sport fan.
我在体育报社工作。
那太好了，我可是个不折不扣的体育粉丝。
哟，从哪学来那么多新词儿啊？
Okay, let's pause the language lesson for a minute as we talk about some background information. One world, one dream. 同一个世界，同一个梦想. That's the slogan of the Beijing Olympic Games. We call this the 奥运口号, the Olympic slogan. This slogan reflects the essence and the universal values of the Olympic spirit. In spite of our differences, we come together in the Olympic Games, and together we share the same aspirations and dreams. The Chinese word 同一 means the same. This is used for the English word one. The slogan has a nice balance and rhythm in both Chinese and English, something that can be very difficult to achieve with two languages that are so far apart. This slogan was chosen from thousands of proposals that were submitted by people across China and around the world. One world, one dream is said to be a manifestation of the core concepts of the Beijing Olympic Games. These are Green Olympics, 绿色奥运, high-tech Olympics, 科技奥运, and People's Olympics, 人文奥运. It also reflects the belief that peace and progress, harmonious development, living together in friendship, cooperation, and mutual benefit, and enjoying a happy life are the common ideals of people throughout the world. One World, One Dream is simple in expression, but profound in meaning. It is of China and also of the world. It conveys the lofty ideal of the people in Beijing as well as in China, sharing the global community and creating a bright future hand in hand with the people from the rest of the world. It voices the aspiration of the Chinese people to contribute to the establishment of a peaceful and bright world. The slogan is simple, meaningful, and inspiring. A good choice for the Beijing Olympics. Now let's take a closer look at a few of the vocabulary items from today's lesson. 记者.
记者
Ji is to record. So somebody who records things, who writes them down. 记者, a
记者
reporter. So could you make a phrase or a sentence with 记者?
我有那个记者的名片
Okay.
I have that reporter's name card.
Okay, putting 记者 and 名片 together in one sentence. Let's go on to the next one. 不折不扣.
不折不扣
That means wholeheartedly. This comes from the phrase 折扣. 折扣 is a discount. So in this phrase what we've done is we've taken the 折扣, split them apart and put 不 in front of each character. So 不折不扣.
Okay.
With no discount, no reservation whatsoever. Wholeheartedly. 不折不扣.
So why is the first 不 fourth tone and the second one is second tone?
不 is one of the characters, one of the very few characters in Chinese that changes tone depending on the context. So the tone for 不 should be fourth tone, like 不折. But when it's followed by a character in the fourth tone, it changes to second tone. So 不扣.
Oh, I see.
Okay? 不折不扣.
不折不扣
粉丝.
粉丝
Now this is actually, we've put it in quotations because this is sort of a modern slang word. 粉丝 literally means rice noodles. They're very thin, fine, sometimes called rice vermicelli. But this is used as the English word fan. A fan of somebody. 粉丝, it actually comes from the English word, sort of just mimicking the sound of the English word 粉丝, an enthusiast or a fan.
粉丝
Now let's take a moment to look closely at some of the grammatical patterns that we covered in today's lesson. 我叫, my name is. This would be followed by your name, of course. 我叫, some name. If you say 我是, that's usually referring to something you do, a profession or something about you. 我是, some kind of profession. Or you could say 我是, the name of a country, followed by 人. I'm from such and such country. 我是, name of a country, 人. For instance, I would say 我叫大山, my name is Dashan. 我是主持人, I'm a television host. 我是加拿大人, I'm a Canadian. Let's see how they use these patterns now in these sample dialogues.
我叫 Mike， 我是记者，我是美国人。
我叫方小华，我也是记者，我是中国人。
And here's another pattern. 是 something followed by 的. Now the verb 是 can be used many more ways than just to be in English. 是 followed by a phrase which is then followed by 的 makes it clear what the whole clause 是 is referring to. It'll be everything between the 是 and the 的. For instance, 我是坐飞机来的. I came by plane. Let's see how they use 是 something 的 in these dialogues.
我是来中国参加运动会的。我是昨天到北京的。
Okay, that's all the time we have for today. We look forward to seeing you here next time on Sports Chinese. Bye for now.